In about 30 seconds, I want you guys to answer me in the chat box below. Why are you looking to grow and scale on social media? What is the deep-rooted reason? Think about that answer. Once you guys have it, I want you to answer me in the chat box. And then we're going to dive into the training in a minute here, but I want to make sure that everybody understands this. Stark, eyeballs equals money. Dope reason. I don't have anything else to say to that because I feel like if it took you that long to come up with that answer, we got a fucking problem. You guys see the paragraphs that are coming in? This is what I want to see, okay? I want to help save lives across the world and create a long-lasting impact and teach people how to continue with their new healthy lifestyles without me. I fucking love that, actually. Thank you for taking the time to actually write that out and think about your answer. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. All right, Angelica, I want people to hear my fucking voice. Why? Why are you deserving of that? Why should people hear your voice? What is the deep-rooted reason behind it? All right, to show people that they have the ability to change their own fucking lives. Okay, I like it. I like it. To be the coach that is known for making health simple. I've actually never heard that dissection before, but I like how you explained that, so that's cool. All right, Kenny, be the voice for athletes to change the ways they train forever, to build longer, higher level careers, to give athletes the platform they deserve. I fucking love that. So you guys see how there's so many paragraphs being dropped in the chat box? All right, this is what I want you guys to think about. Why? Because there needs to be a deep-rooted reason why you're trying to grow your impact individuals in the first place before you even get on social media and get into the content creation game. Because you guys are going to experience a shitload of roadblocks on the path to becoming the individual you want to become across social media. It's going to happen. All right, it's going to happen. You guys are going to reach a moment where you're posting every single day, and no matter what you do, you're going to run into roadblock after roadblock after roadblock after roadblock. I'm actually going to get vulnerable with you guys for a minute because I feel like a lot of you guys hear Brian talk about how he was quote unquote trying to catch me in followers. He saw me blowing up like crazy. What I've never explained is what is the other side of that equation and conversation. All right, Brian has been the face marketing side of our business literally since we started Aesthetic Nation and Pizza Domination. So from the very beginning until I blew up, which by the way took me around 4.5, 5 years of grinding and posting on social media, not only did I not have a social media following, not only did I not have a fucking voice, but I saw all of my friends going viral across the board and they were making monies off of their social media. So they were always seen as the authorities and I was always seen as the second thought. Why? Because I didn't have a reason why I wanted to grow up in the first place, blow up in the first place, scale in the first place, grow across each platform in the first place. Does this make sense, everyone? Right? And until I admitted it to myself where I was like, you know, it doesn't feel good to not be seen. Then I was like, well, why do I want to be seen? Well, I know what it was like to fucking struggle and not have anybody to push me, help me, motivate me, inspire me, teach me. Then I was like, okay, well, I need to become that outlet. I need to become that person for other individuals on social media. So, yes, I'm a little hard on you guys, okay? I don't even remember your guys' names that I called out right at the beginning of this because, let's be real, sometimes I just trip and I gotta call y'all motherfuckers out real quick. But this is the thing. When I ask you guys to take a moment to actually come up with an answer, all right, you need to actually take a fucking moment. Don't be so quick to sprint to the door to open it up because you don't know who's behind it. And you might just get punched in the fucking mouth. Does this make sense? Take time. All right, everybody write this down for me. Building a sustainable wealth or building sustainable wealth is a marathon. It's a fucking marathon. Zero of you are going to become successful in this business if you are trying to sprint towards your goals. It's not going to happen. It's not going to fucking happen. Now, some of you guys might be confused in the aspect of you're like, well, Brian just said like quantity, so isn't that dissected around sprinting? No, not really, because in the quantity of you posting and experimenting on social media, you will figure out what you are good at, then you can double down on it, and then you can fulfill your purpose that you wrote down to me and that you should at least have in your social media, in your notes, on your wall, on your vision board. You'll be able to fulfill that based off of the things that you are doing on a continual basis. All right? And again, it doesn't need to be super in depth. You guys don't need to have this like soul-driven purpose where every time you talk about it, you like sob like a baby and you're like, oh my God, I can't fucking breathe with it. No, it doesn't need to be that deep. It could literally be, I want to help people through fitness because fitness is something I'm very passionate about. And I want to be able to create financial freedom for my family. Awesome. That's great. As long as you have it dissected, that's all I care about. Because then when you start to hit the inevitable wall of quote unquote burnout on social media, you'll be able to look back at your purpose and be like, okay, Well, I know that I want to achieve financial freedom, and I know that fitness is going to be my outlet because fitness is the thing that transformed my life. So what do I need to do in order to fulfill it? Let's look at the non-negotiables. Let's look at the steps that we need to take every single day, and let's fucking do them regardless of how we feel. Capiche? Thumbs up, if you guys are with me right now. Good. All right, there's going to be one last thing that I talk about when it comes down to social media before we dive into the 3 points I talked at the beginning. This is actually a video that Daniel and myself filmed today, and that is about autopilot. Everybody write this down. Turn on autopilot. Turn on autopilot. Now, this might not sound like a good thing, but it is a good thing if you understand how to utilize it properly, because this is the thing. When you become an entrepreneur online, you face roadblock after roadblock after roadblock. Being a self-sustained entrepreneur, being an entrepreneur that needs to pay their own bills instead of working for somebody else where somebody pays you so you don't have that stress in your life is like quitting your 9-to-5 job to work 24 hours a day for yourself just to get hit with a 2x4 in the face every single time you feel like you take one step forward. It's just how it is. It doesn't matter how good your business is going, you're gonna get hit with a 2x4 in the fucking face. It happens every day. All right, I probably get 6 calls minimum a week of random fires that I need to put out across every business that we are in, just because that's the case of entrepreneurship. So you guys need to learn how to turn on autopilot. What do I mean by that? Well, you guys know that I wake up at 3 a.m. every day. I do a 3 a.m. wake up, cold showers, affirmation morning routine. I then go to the gym. I do 45 minutes to an hour of training, then I go straight into boxing. I box for around an hour to 2 hours if I am not sparring, which I am tomorrow, super excited. Then I come back to the house for 7:30, 7:45, and myself and Julia spend anywhere from 30 to like 60 minutes just hanging out, talking, me playing with Kate and her while I get ready, and then I go into my regular work. The reason why I bring up autopilot in my morning routine is because that routine has become autopilot for me. I don't think about it anymore. And in that routine, there is content research and content posting. So I am giving time to my wealth, health, and relationships before a lot of individuals even open up their eyes. Now I'm doing it all on autopilot. Motivation is not a key. Inspiration is not a key. How I'm feeling is not a key motivator. It's not a key pusher at all. When my eyes open, that routine happens on fucking autopilot, regardless of what is going on. You guys need to create an autopilot system in your life right now. You guys need to create an autopilot system to push you forward mentally, physically, emotionally, and financially to get to the fucking goals you want to achieve. And when it comes down to your social media, you're going to have to implement that into your system. Implement that into your calendar. Implement that into your posting schedule. Brian touched on a shitload that I'm hoping a lot of you guys took notes on. The only way any of that is going to work, Evan, I go to sleep at 9 to 10:30 every night. I get between 4 and 6 hours of sleep on autopilot every day. Do I get tired? Yes. Do I have to get the work done anyways? Yes, period. There's no ifs, ands, or buts here. Autopilot is the name of the game. I'm trying to build $1 billion business, not play it average like everybody else. This is the thing. My why is very powerful. So when I wake up and I get tired, I look at my autopilot switch and I'm like, click on, motherfucker, let's go. We got shit to do. Well, I don't want to post on social media because I'm tired or I got hospitalized and I almost had a stroke and died when I did the MBK project. Guess what? Still posted in the hospital on my fucking bed in the ICU. Autopilot. Everybody write in the chat box, click on autopilot. Okay, we do not play games. If you guys want to see success in this game, you got to show up regardless, every day. You need to understand that in order to be the coach that people come to for value, you need to be bulletproof. Why? Because even though the academy is filled with individuals that are like-minded and we want each other to succeed, even though all of us want each other to grow and see success. I fucking know every single coach in this call and the replay want you guys to see success. You are all competition as well. And guess what? If Kenny gets up and turns on autopilot, and Robert, you're in the same niche as Kenny, but you only operate when you feel like it, get ready to be buried, homie. Because Kenny's going to take your fucking food this month. That's how it is. He's going to post more value. He's going to post more proof. He's going to be better on his stories. And then you ain't going to be able to eat. You're going to have to go work a regular fucking job. This is the reality of social media. If you guys do not show up, a bigger dog's going to take your lunch. All right. And the funny thing, even though I'm utilizing the statement of a bigger dog, it's actually going to be some random TikTok kid with fucking curly hair and a little fucking set of abs that is posting dumbass ebooks online. And he's going to get a shitload of clients because he's showing up every day as the shredded version of himself. And you're not. Funny, right? And I know you guys know what I'm talking about because every one of these TikTok kids looks the fucking same. Okay? They're all shredded. They all got abs. They all get the same curly haircut. They're sponsored by Young LA, and they're taking all your fucking business because they understand marketing and you don't. And they show up regardless of how they feel every day on social media because they understand that this is the name of the game. I love it how all you guys are like so true. Well, how's it feel to have a fucking 18-year-old take your business? Probably pretty shitty. But they understand the game. So let's dive into it. First and foremost, value over everything. Write that down for me in the chat box. All right? First is value. Value, guys. Okay? Content you produce that helps individuals achieve X results without them having to hire you. That is the definition of value. That is what we need to understand when it comes down to value content. And in order to get people to DM you, reach out to you, want to buy off you, value needs to be the first and foremost thing that you focus on social media. Because even though proof is a staple, we're going to dive into that in a minute, and we should be sharing it every single day. If you just share proof, but you don't have any fucking value, there's not a lot of validity in the statements that you guys are breaking down. This also helps people know you, like you, and trust you as a resource. Why do you guys think people got so obsessed with ChatGPT? Because they could type anything they wanted into that app and get an instant answer, and it was accurate. Now think about if you became the quote-unquote ChatGPT of your niche. All right, every question that your niche needed an answer to, they could come to your social media and it was going to be answered for them right then and there in your content creation process. You would become the resource that they know, like, and trust. Who are they going to pay first? The online coach that talks about theory or the online coach that gives them actionable information? Tell me. Exactly. Actionable information. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. And this is why a lot of you guys, when you come on content audits, I give you shit because you create like me. And that might be a weird thing to say to a lot of you guys listening to this right now, but we got to break down the real truth of this. I am not an online fitness coach. I am a motivator. My entire social medias have been created on motivational content, me talking about things that I am passionate about. Now, does that mean I can't sell for my accounts? No, but that is because I have built an authority. You haven't yet. I'm not trying to flex on you. This is just facts. All right, it's right in front of you. So if you just go on your social media and you take basic fitness information, try to create like myself because I'm talking about mindset motivation, and you give theory, then they go to Brian's account and Brian is literally dissecting exactly what to do for your macronutrients, micronutrients, and how to see your abs, they're going to hire fucking Brian. Because you're talking about the theory of your textbook and he is being like, hey dummy, do this and you'll look like this. And people are like, fucking thank you, bro. Why do you guys think those books for dummies sell so well? Because they're incredibly easy to understand. They walk you through with pictures and diagrams and everything. I promise you, if I'm going to go read a book on any subject, I'm buying the book for dummies because I can get to this point way quicker. All right? Way quicker. I want the answer instantaneously so I can implement it and see success. So you guys need to learn how to give it. All right? The one that gives is the one that gets. Write that down. The one that gives is the one that gets. If you guys start giving more, you're going to get the results that you are looking for. If you guys are giving more, if you start giving more, you're going to get the results you are looking for. Now, you guys think I'm just going to talk about this shit? Yeah, right. I'm a visual learner. All right? I'm a quote-unquote dummy, is what we like to joke around about. So I'm going to give you guys a couple examples of some coaches that I truly believe master this shit in a very, very big fucking way. First and foremost is our boy Kenny, because I had to give Kenny a shout out. Come on. All right, come on. Now I want to give you guys a dissection on how Kenny and I created his content strategy and what ended up happening. All right, because again, Brian broke them down for you guys already. But when Kenny was first coming up, he was talking about a lot of theory. If you guys have the chance to ask him about this, he will tell you. All right? He'll dissect it. He was talking about a lot of theory. Talking about the theory behind your cardiovascular system. Talking about the theory behind what you should do in order to win your fights. But the problem was, what? What do you guys think Kenny's problem was? You guys have been showing up to my calls in the past. You guys probably have heard me say this before. All right? No actionable value? Not really. Not really. All right? He wasn't an authority yet. So we were talking about a lot of theory, and we were trying to give actionable value, but Kenny wasn't an authority. So we needed to attach his name, yes, Brandon, and utilize better hooks, there we fucking go, in order to get people to pay attention to him more. So what did we start doing? At the very beginning, and I'm talking about like 46,000 followers ago, like 45,000 followers ago, we started doing green screens, all right, and intro hooks utilizing clips from the super viral fights. All right, if you want a better cardiovascular system like Max Holloway, do this, this, and this. People are like, oh, I'll pay attention to that. I'm not going to do any cardio. You're not going to catch me running at all, but I promise you, I listened to that video with Max Holloway because I fucking love Max Holloway. Anybody who is into UFC, by the way, I'm a fucking ridiculously large UFC fan. For any of my UFC fans in here, just to let you guys know, I want to show you guys this shit. I just created a new podcast intro for the Wake Up with the Wolf podcast. And it sounds like this, just to show you guys how big of a UFC fan I am. Listen to this. Can't hear? God damn it, I'll have to share it to you guys on the Facebook itself. Long story short, it is Bruce Buffer fucking introducing me on my own fucking podcast now because I'm a massive UFC fan. The point is, try to take a person of authority and talk about it if you don't have any yourself. You guys have actually seen a lot of creators do this. They will green screen other videos on social media to attach their value to it to draw in more eyes. It will also help them with their hook themselves. But again, when it comes down to the content, I'll just walk you guys through a couple of these and we'll dissect it, okay? Can you guys hear this? Thumbs up, thumbs up.
Use this in your next training camp to keep your power in the later rounds of your fights. And no, it's not just powerful shadow boxing. You need an air bike. It's anaerobic AAC training that you're missing out on. What you're going to do is you're going to get onto your air bike and you're going to go for 12 seconds of maximum pace effort followed by 60 seconds of rest. And you're going to repeat that anywhere.
Bro, it looks like you're about to fucking, what is that called? Jousting? When the two fucking guys on horseback beat the shit out of each other with those big long poles? You know what I'm talking about? That's funny as shit. But again, actionable value, straight to the point, no beating around the bush, getting right to it. I love it. Now, obviously, the content quality is through the fucking roof as well because we have worked on this content forever, but that's besides the point. Let's go into another one right here. Let's actually go to Reels. I just want to see what the view count is right now. This one is only posted 17 hours ago. It's already got 8,400 views. This one.
Fix your shitty gas tank with this aerobic.
Look at that. Talking about a shitty gas tank. All right, we see Volkanovski beating the shit out of homie over here. Looks like he's fading away and he's about to black out. Okay?
Fix your shitty gas tank with this aerobic conditioning split for your next offseason. On day one, you're going to work for 2 minutes at a time at the highest steady pace you can, followed by 1 minute of rest for 5 rounds. On day 2,
pretty fucking simple. Straight to the point. There's no fluff, there's no bullshitting, there's no random crap. It is straight to the point with actionable value. So if an individual is looking to up their cardio, transform the way they fight, all right, alter the way that they are showing up when it comes down to the ring and more, they know exactly what to do. Does this make sense, everybody? All right, it's actionable information. As soon as we click on the page, we know what we're getting.
skills pay the bills, but if you gas out and around, you're not going to be paying for very much. You need to start taking your conditioning more seriously. These are absolutely going to win you a fight, but if you combine that with actually making yourself stronger, more explosive.
Let's keep going. I just want to break down a couple of these. By the way, this is Curtis. Super cool. Huge proof post. Fucking showing that individual. I absolutely love it.
If you feel useless by the time the third round of your fight comes around, stop right now and watch this video. Chances are you're just doing too much of the wrong shit. So for your next offseason, what you're going to do is you're going to throw it in.
So not only are we utilizing jump cuts, all right, we're utilizing props. We're altering the way that we're filming everything. The lighting is on point. The smoke is there. Like, it's a cinematic piece of content. But also, let's be real. The value in it, super simple. All right? Super fucking simple. Very, very straight to the point. Does this make sense, everybody? Yes or yes in the comments below, in the chat box below. I want to make sure before we move on to the next person. Okay? This is what value looks like. All right? If we went to his page, all right, and I'm a fighter, which, by the way, I am, and I would like to up my fucking cardio to gas tank, which, by the way, I want to, because we're looking to get back in the ring around October, November. Kenny, we're actually going to be talking about this. Me and you and Jared have already talked. When it comes down to this, if I came to Kenny's page and 90% of the shit was him just talking without giving me any workouts to do, without giving me any steps to implement, he would just be another textbook that I didn't understand. All right, he would just be another quote unquote infomercial YouTube channel that doesn't tell me what to do. Can you unmute for a minute and say hello? Well, somebody fucking unmute Kenny, because one of the hosts need to do it. Janelle's going, oh my god, I'll do it right now. This is funny. By the way, this is me randomly making everybody work too, guys. This was not planned. I just want Kenny to say this instead of me saying it. Perfect. Can you let everybody know, like on a monthly basis, guesstimating, how many individuals do you think are not your clients that DM you saying, thank you, I won my fight because of your workouts?
Monthly basis, probably like 10 to 20.
And how does it feel to know that like anywhere from like 10 to 20 people who actually message you, maybe between like 10 and 30, are winning their fights all across the world from fucking Canada to Thailand without even paying you just because of the value you produce?
Oh, dude, it's cool as fuck. Like, one of my favorite messages was I literally got a picture from a guy, and it was a picture of like him and his whole team from his gym. And he DM'd me and said, we all used all of your content preparing for our fights. Like, 4 of their guys won gold medals at a national tournament. A bunch of other guys were like top 3. Like, and yeah, like, he made a point of DMing me after to be like, yo, like, none of us knew what to do. We came across your page. We've all been using it forever.
There
And
we
a
go.
lot of the time too, they turn into clients because they start using the content, and then after a while, they start DMing me about it, and that opens up more conversations. Like, I get 10 to 20 applications a day. And can I ask you a question? Use my shit. And can I ask you a question? Of course. You classify yourself as special or better than anybody else? I want to be a dick there and say yes, but absolutely not. The reason I ask that fucking question is, guys, Kenny's a fucking normal human that just went all in on a niche and he fucking capitalized on it. Like, you guys, and those of you guys that meet Cole in person, Cole is just a cute fucking cuddly bear in person, right? But he's a fucking beast on social media that just decided he was gonna take a lane and go for it. Every single person on this fucking call can do that.
100%. Kenny, thank you. I appreciate you coming up here, dog. Guys, I just wanted to dissect that for a minute because, like, when you get messages like that from people that would have never, ever spoke to you, ever, because they're in a complete different country across the world, and they're like, because of this, I was able to do this. It's the coolest feeling in the entire world. But this will never happen unless you give without asking. And that is the first step here. You guys need to learn how to give without asking. Write that in the chat box for me. The next person we're going to pull up is Anthony. Again, this is another one of the clients that have been absolutely slaying it. If you guys have been showing up to content audits, you guys saw Anthony's rise. All right, I don't know if Anthony's here today. If he is, Anthony, say something in the chat box. I would love to see your face right now. But this is the thing. All right, if you guys have been showing up to content audits, you saw his rise. When he first started showing up, I reamed Anthony out. Me and him had some like very, very hard conversations because he was incredibly robotic. There was one conversation where we literally had a combo and I was like, homie, you sound boring as fuck. I mean, you sound incredibly robotic. You need to add some energy and fluidity to your tone and change up the way you're delivering content. He's like, well, Cole, like that's not my personality. Like, I don't know how to come off like that. I was like, I'm not telling you to be fake. I'm telling you to understand what marketing really is. And then we started showing him examples about props and more. Homie exploded. And now he doesn't have enough time to keep up with the applications that are coming into his fucking account. All right? You said you remember that, LaDonna? There we go. The proof is in the pudding. You guys literally have seen his come up across content audits. And I'm talking about call after call after call. He showed up every single week, over and over and over again, showing up with theory-based content, random content, things that weren't actionable, that didn't give examples, they didn't use props, they didn't have people leaving with information they didn't have before. And now he does. So let's just watch some of the videos and dive into it. Just gotta unmute this shit for a second.
When you do a dip, how do you grow bigger triceps on the dip machine? When you do a dip, you're mostly working your chest and triceps. But depending on how you lean and angle your body, you can either hit your chest more or your triceps more. When you press horizontal,
Literally sounds like he's talking to a fucking SK kid, correct? Sounds like he's talking to a fucking baby. Hey, bud, in a dip, you do this or this. But listen, This shit gets you fucking mad clients because you're literally explaining bodybuilding for dummies in a fucking book for the internet. And guess what? It works like a motherfucker because people flock to him for 2 reasons. He's jacked as shit, right? And his value is through the roof because even though a lot of the stuff sounds like he's, again, slowly talking to an SK kid, it's incredibly valuable. And if you guys pay attention, you're going to get insane results. And you guys, if you pay attention to Anthony's comments, all right, and you read through them, not only are people being like, oh my God, I needed this, thank you so much, but if you pay attention, you'll actually see a trend. The same people will start showing up on multiple posts being like, homie, I'm getting crazy results just by following your free content. Because he's explaining it in an incredibly simplistic way and dissecting everything.
Are you wasting time doing too many sets? When you train, your muscles adapt to the stress you put on them. Meaning whether you do 6 sets per muscle or 12 sets, eventually your body will adjust and keep up with the demand. Just like your marriage taught you. Ain't that right, sweetheart? Needing to continue making
Alright,
progress.
random jokes in there, playing around with the fucking screen, utilizing props consistently.
Here's one technique for you to grow more muscle in less time. If you work out but look like you don't, it's probably because you don't train hard, which is a non-negotiable.
Jump cuts, props, value, good hooks.
What's the secret to growing a bigger back? To grow your back, you need to train to failure or 1 to 3 reps shy. And as you grow bigger, your back gets stronger. And almost every backward.
Does this make sense, everybody? Thumbs up or thumbs up? Alright?
Is it okay to have 1 cheat meal and still lose fat? This is all the calories you get to eat to burn fat. And just because your body doesn't hit the reset button every 24 hours, like you do on your diet every weekend, it takes time to digest and process all the food you eat and calories you burn each day.
So listen, I'm asking you guys if this makes sense. Okay? I'm asking you guys if all of this is resonating. I'm asking you guys if you're following along, and everybody is saying yes. But then I go to your guys' pages and I don't see this. I see theory over actionable value. So here's the disconnect that I need to understand and what you guys need to start understanding. Who is the problem? The people giving you the information on what to create on the internet, or you getting in your own way because you're scared of other people's opinions? Obviously the second. Alright, a lot of people spending this much time utilizing props and creating content in the gym would be overwhelmed because they're like, well, what is everybody thinking of me while I'm fucking running around doing all this shit? Who gives a fuck? Because Anthony's impacting a shitload of people and making bank while he's doing it. What is more important to you guys? Actually achieving the why that you wrote in the chat box at the beginning of this training, or appeasing everybody else? Tell me. Because you're going to have to make a choice if you want to become a good content creator. Because I'm telling you right now, my rants, when I'm going off and talking about something passionate, not a lot of people like hearing in public. But I know if I post it, I can impact people all around the world. In countries that I've never visited before. In countries that I will never visit. You need to disconnect from the opinions of others and dive into the shit that you need to do if you want to become the highest level version of yourself. Now, I actually knew this question was going to come up, Gabriel. And I'm glad that you asked it. You said, do you have any female examples? No, I don't. Why do I not have any female examples? Because I don't follow any high-level female creators. Not because there aren't any out there, but that's just not who my vibe is. And this is where I want to challenge you guys. You need to be on social media consuming content. Everybody please write this down. Consume content more. Alright? Brian, just by putting your hand up in front of your camera, how many hours do you feel like you spend a week consuming content to come up with ideas?
2. I have a person you can pull up. She's been fucking slaying it as a result of our advice. Simone Rand.
Simone, touche. I like that.
Simone, she's, her social media pull up. She's at like 30,000 followers. She went from 4,000. She was on podcast, bro. She went from 4,000 to 30,000 followers in like fucking.
How do I spell it there?
Shaped by underscore Simone. I believe. Shaped by underscore. Yeah, she's right there. She's like, that's me. Shaped underscore by Simone.
This isn't it.
Shaped underscore by Simone.
There we go. Boom. Let's dive into it. Let's go over it.
How I feel about certain design choices with little to no explanation. Yes. Yes. Absolutely not. For me, this one's 50-50. 100% no. Yes, and I don't care that it's impractical. I hate these. I think I might hate this even more. Yes, of course.
I like that a lot.
No. Yes, I've grown really fond of this. Surprisingly, I actually like this. How I feel about
There we go. I like that little trend breakdown with the green screen.
You're fucking skinny fat and you still got a flat pancake ass because you're doing shit like this. You call it a glute kick back. Like, girl, who are we throwing it back for? Let me show you how to do this right so you can build yourself two solid cheeks. First off, let's get ourselves a plate we can stand with our non-working leg on, so that way you don't have
Actionable value with a full walkthrough. I like it. Straight up comment, which is controversial and is going to bitch slap somebody in the face.
You're not losing your fucking skinny fat and you still got flabby ass arms because you're doing shit like this. You call it a bicep curl. Like, is this another dance from the 80s I haven't heard about? So let me show you how to do this right so you can build strong and toned arms. And before everyone goes off screaming in the fucking comments that spot reduction does not work, yeah, duh. But if you have flabby ass arms, you're gonna fill those with some fucking muscle. And so that's what we're gonna do here. So you're gonna make sure.
I like that. Very straight to the point, utilizing your personality, actually giving walkthrough value. So this is the thing. If you guys would like to follow a female creator, go check out someone right now. All right. Thank you for bringing her up, Ryan. But this is the thing. I'm also going to dissect the point that I just made. Guys, all right, you need to do studying. When it comes down to female creators, I'm going to keep it blunt with you. Why do I not know any on social media that I follow? Because there's no females that create like me. Period. All right, nobody's going off on the internet screaming at the fucking camera with my type of tonality and fluidity. Kirst is doing a really good job. All right, she's actually jumping into the motivational, inspirational space when it comes down to the videos, and it's why me and her do a lot of collaborations. But again, that's not my niche, so I'm not researching them. You guys need to do this. Please write this down. 3 to 5 people I can take inspiration from. 3 to 5 people I can take inspiration from. If you guys are not spending time, all right, and this is where Brian breaks it down. Brian actually says producer. All right, mine is creator versus consumer, but still same fucking thing. All right, 3 to 5 people you can take inspiration from. If you don't have a list of those 3 to 5 people right now, that tells me everything I need to know about your content creation process. Everything. You know what's another very key thing that tells me everything I need to know about your content creation process? How many of you guys like Instagram? If you like Instagram, put up your hand right now. If you hate Instagram, keep it down. Now hold up your hand, don't fucking move it. All of you guys who have your hand down need to slap yourself in the fucking face because you're trying to make millions of dollars over Instagram and you're trying to impact the world over Instagram, but you don't like it. Are you fucking kidding me? So you don't want to spend time on an app that is going to fulfill your why of achieving and transforming people's lives. Really? Then why are you here? Social media is an outlet for you to create dreams, transform lives, and any negative connotation with the app itself is just due to a misrepresentation of the past. You need to alter your perspective. Does that make sense, everybody? Thumbs up or thumbs up? All right, there are a lot of different creators that we can show when it comes down to in-depth value content. All right, we also have James Smith PT. We also have evidence-based training. We have Lane Norton if it comes down to the very scientific shit. But at the end of the day, when it comes down to value, guys, it's about creating actionable value for their audiences. Actionable value for their audiences. That is why they are making money. That is why they are growing. That is why they've been able to scale their businesses to either multiple 5, 6, 7, or 8 figures. And yes, we've seen businesses grow to all of those levels without ads by creating actionable value that is serving their audience. So audit right now. I want everybody to close their eyes for a second. Don't fucking lie to me. All right, this is going to be a subjective thing personally. Do you guys think that I could come to your page right now? Let's say I was your niche, okay? Coach Kayla, I'm looking at your fucking eyes open right now. Close your eyes, I told you to. There you go. I'm looking at your guys' cameras, okay? All right? Let's say I was your perfect niche. If I came to your page right now, would I be able to leave and go lose 20 pounds without hiring you? Yes or no in the chat box? Tell me. Don't fucking lie either, because it takes me 2 seconds to figure this out. I just gotta pull up your social media. This is why you guys get to be subjective and take your emotions out of it. All of you guys who are saying no, awesome. You know what you need to be doing next. Give value that helps people see results without them having to hire you right off the bat. That is the first thing that you need to do if you want to generate another $1,000 to $5,000 in the next 30 days from your social media. Capiche? If that makes sense, say makes fucking sense, Cole, we're with you in the chat box. Is there a thing as too much? No, Nick. Absolutely not. Shove it down their fucking throat until they puke on value. All right? Force feed them value until they want to pay you money. Okay? Somebody says you're posting too much value, I'm going to unfollow you. Fuck off then, bro. You're not my niche anyways. All right? Post more. Post more and then tag them in it. Maybe they shouldn't have been watching. Okay? Force feed them motherfuckers. Good. Good. There we go. I like it. Now, we're going to do a little fucking pause before we move on to the next thing that you need to do in order to generate anywhere from $1,000 to $5,000. What's up, B?
Had something, so I'm gonna tell you a funny story. So Brad, everybody knows who Grant Cardone is. Raise your hand.
I love that story, bro.
So Grant Cardone and Brad Lee are like best friends, and Grant Cardone was posting like 7 times a day on Instagram. He still posts 7 times a day. Those are like posting like over 10,000. And so Brad DM'd Grant and was like, "Bro, you're posting way too much. I'm gonna unfollow you." And Grant replied, "Good, unfollow me. You weren't gonna buy anything fucking anyways, dude."
Exactly, right. I love that story, dog. That's actually happened to a bunch of people. Tony Robbins talked about this as well with Ed Milet. Because if you guys didn't know, Tony Robbins is actually the reason why Ed Milet got on social media in the first place. And their retail syndicate with Andy Frisella and Ed Milet, he talks about this, and he was like, I honestly had no idea what I was doing, and I thought people were posting too much. And then Ed DM'd Tony and said the same thing, and they had a similar conversation, being like, homie, I'm not posting for you. I'm posting for my niche. So shove value down their fucking throat. The next thing I wanted to do before we move into the second point of today and the examples I would like you guys to follow is do me a favor, screenshot this training right now. All right, take a photo of the screen right now, share it to your Instagram story, tag Brian, myself, and PT Domination. Okay? You already got it shared, Chris? Well, do it again, bro. Okay? Fucking do it again. Shove it down your followers' throats. All right? Take a screenshot right now and share it to your social media. I want 200 plus tags on social media right now. I want to know that you guys are present and with me. Okay? Because I see a lot of cameras off, which makes me think that a lot of you motherfuckers are napping, not paying attention. All right? I want to see your faces. Share it as soon as it started. Well, guess you're sharing it again, Nick or Chris. I have a question box up though. Who cares, Mel? Share another one. Question box is not the engagement trick anyway. So you guys watch the Monday training. Alright? You watch the Monday training, that's not even the engagement trick. We're going to be talking about that in a minute as well. Let's get into it. Let's break it down. The second thing that I would like you guys to take into consideration when it comes down to your feed itself, and obviously your stories, Brian touched on this a little bit, and we're going to be reviewing it as well, is proof content. Understanding what proof is and how to post proof will help you generate anywhere from $1,000 to $5,000 in the next 30 days, guaranteed if you do it properly. Guaranteed. All right? No ifs, ands, or buts. So we're going to focus specifically on 5 types of proof that you can implement right now. The 5 types are app screenshots. What I mean by app screenshots is anything in Trainerize. Facebook group wins. B&A posts, before and after posts. Video testimonials. And written testimonials. I literally just dropped that in the chat box for you guys so you didn't have to write it down that goddamn fast because I know some of you guys are stressing out with your pen right now. You're gonna have carpal tunnel looking like the strong hand guy on whatever movie that is. I always just see it. I don't think I've seen the movie though. Daniel definitely knows the strong hand thing. Scary movie too. There we go. Hilarious. So we're gonna break it down. When it comes down to proof, the reason why this is so important, guys, and the reason why we need to understand it is because it makes you an authority. All right? It makes you an authority. Now, before we even say anything else, a lot of you guys are going to be like, Cole, I don't have clients. It's okay, pay attention. All right? I'm going to give you a strategy as well if you have no clients either. But the reason why proof is so important is because it actually shows that you know what the fuck you're talking about. All right? This content is key because it separates you from the charlatans, the fakers, the scammers on the internet who just want people's money. And guess what? There are a shitload of them out there. Unfortunately, our industry is filled with pieces of shit. There's no ifs, ands, or buts around it. There's no other way to break it down. There's no other way to explain that to you guys. Unfortunately, our industry is filled with pieces of shit. Does anybody disagree? There's a lot of people on the internet who have no right to talk about what it is to transform their bodies, their minds, their lives. They haven't even finished their own fitness journey, and now they're like, I'm going to help other people achieve their fitness journey. How do I know that? Because it's like that in every industry. Every industry, across the board. Brian and myself have it in our industry, the business coaching industry, from people who've only ever made $5,000 in their business trying to teach you guys how to make 10, 20, 30, 40, 50K when they've never done it. This is a normal thing. So in order to separate yourself, you guys need to become the authorities by sharing what you've done. By sharing what you're doing. Again, I just gave you 5 different places that you guys can look right now to find proof. App screenshots, Facebook group wins, before and after photos, video testimonials, and written testimonials. Now we're actually going to start with Brian's Instagram because I think it's the best example when it comes down to story posts and more. You guys see my screen? Thumbs up, thumbs up. Want to make sure? Perfect. It's very simple. We're not even going to go to your story right now, but I'm just going to go down to this highlight right here. Why? Because everything on this highlight right here is literally things that have been on Brian's story. I don't know what to post for proof, Cole. Brian, Cole, I'm super stressed out about what I should do. Fucking go to this highlight on Brian's page and scroll through the 7,200 posts that are in this fucking slide. There you go. This is your guys' story strategy for the next 9 months. But I literally couldn't even fucking click through all this shit on this call. We'd be here for an hour and a half. Trying to go through all this. You guys could literally follow this exact template for your own social media right now. Right? Does this make sense? If you guys have clients and you're helping them see results, you could literally go to this highlight and be like, oh, okay, Brian posted a photo of himself. All right, he just said, check out some current wins, and then you just started sharing a bunch of photos. Oh, I could do that. Yeah, you could, bro. It's pretty fucking simple. But you're not doing it because you hate Instagram and you refuse to be on the app absorbing the content. How the fuck does that make sense? Absorb 3 to 5 creators' content, take what they are doing, switch up the marketing, produce it for yourself. Just like Brian said, guys. That's why I wanted to share him first. Now again, this is screenshots of wins. Let me show you a different dissection. How many of you guys see my PT Domination Instagram right now? Thumbs up, thumbs up. Perfect. If you guys go to the PT Domination Instagram right now, because we are doing the event, you guys will actually see, all right, event testimonials. Now again, are these doing amazing engagement-wise? No. And why would they? A lot of people are selfish. They're on social media for selfish reasons. So if they can't get anything out of listening to Monty Baines in this video, they're not going to engage with the video itself. And it does not mean they are not influenced by it. All right? They might not be able to get anything from it, but it does not mean they are not influenced by it. So the reason why we are posting consistent video testimonials across the board when it comes down to this social media is because we want you guys to think about the impact that you can get from the event itself. So we have a bunch of these videos up here.
It's absolutely amazing. I come from a finance background, where I work with a lot of big businesses. If you're somebody that is looking to build your business, eventually grow your business, and scale your business, this is where you need to be. And if you're not here, you're in the wrong room. You're just not doing yourself a service. So get off your ass and start joining the team.
Hence, if you guys are not coming to the event and you haven't got your ticket yet, go fucking get one. All right? You need any convincing, come to this social media and listen to these individuals talk about their impact from the event itself. Me and Samuel had such an in-depth conversation at the last event, it wasn't even funny. All right? Like, every single person that came to this last event, we had very, very in-depth conversations with. All right, now we're blasting this all across the social media because our event is coming up. All right, we're not hiding anything from you guys. Proof is in the pudding. Look at what we are doing and reproduce it. Proof is necessary to show that you are an authority. Write that down. Proof is necessary to become an authority. Proof is necessary to become an authority. Last but not least, let's show some before and afters and let's dissect what this looks like. All right? Maximus, you said, so hyped, going to be my first in-person event. I'm so fucking excited to pour value into you. Face-to-face is not even funny. Not even funny, guys. The events are my favorite thing in the world. All right, Chanel, my first event too. Well, I can't fucking wait to see you. I will say you guys are going to have to introduce yourself to me because I'm fucking horrible with names. But please say, hello, my name is this, and then I'll remember you. Okay? Like, Kira, don't laugh at me. All right, we're going to dissect this right away. We're going to write it down. Let's go into it. Listen, DIY Body, Don Lamb's company. Okay? It is not a coincidence that Don brings in as much money that he does. It is not a coincidence that his company is impacting hundreds, thousands of people on a yearly basis. Proof is in the fucking pudding when it comes down to his social media. This is literally just their business account. All right? Just their business account. Zaw, first event, let's go. I'll see you fucking soon. And if you guys scroll a little bit here, you will see crazy testimonial after crazy testimonial. But I didn't want to just show you this for the before and afters because there's other things in here. You see, I told you 5 different stages of proof. All right, I've showed you guys 3 so far. All right, but we also have a bunch here. Look at that. Fucking Brian, shredded out of his fucking mind over here. Looking like a beast. Don with awards, fucking showing out for his business in Kamloops, absolutely slaying it. Oh, we got fucking stage shots. I love it. We got regular lifestyle clients with huge transformations. Crazy. That's a lot of proof, Angelica. 100% it is. It's a fucking crazy amount of proof. Oh, look at this. He helps people achieve IFBB Pro cards. Fucking crazy. Oh, look at that. He won every single award in Kamloops when it come down to his fitness company. Insane across the board. Doing big team events, showing proof that his company is walking the walk because every single fucking person is shredded out of their minds and incredibly fit. All right, his company is a walking billboard. Everybody write this down. Become a walking billboard, not only in results, but when you are walking around as well. The billboard matters. Oh, yes. Fucking fat Cole, shredded Cole. There we go. Fucking gamer Cole, shredded Cole. You guys need to become billboards for the company itself, meaning the results you produce for your clients and the results you have personally need to be proof. But on top of this as well, because we saw this one up here, I want to show you guys. Look at that. All right. Oh, it's not going to show, but it shows here. It's an image, but it has the caption broken down. And you guys can either produce before and afters, or you can actually take screenshots and post them up as well. You can do reviews. Don has reviews up on his page, where individuals have reviewed his business and how they've actually transformed his life. Does this make sense, everybody? Thumbs up, thumbs up. How many of you guys feel like you post sufficient proof across your social media? Say yay or nay in the chat box below. How many of you guys feel like you post sufficient proof on your social media right now? Nope, 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 nay, 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 nay. There's a lot more fucking no than there is yays in this one. So, last piece of proof that you guys can take into account, because I wrote down 5, there's actually 6. Okay? This is where I'm gonna get a little rough on y'all. But everything I say is with love. Okay? App screenshots, Facebook group wins, B&A photos, video testimonials, written testimonials, those are all forms of proof that you can post on your social media to show that you actually know what the fuck you're talking about. The 6th one, you got it, Paige, and you got it, Chris, is looking the fucking part. Everybody write that down for me. Looking the part. Oh, Melissa just got an event ticket. Fuck yeah, there we go, girl. I like it. Looking the part. There are 200 plus of you guys here right now. I better see that chat box blow up with these statements of looking the part. Walking billboard. This is incredibly important. Social media is a shallow place. The better shape you are in, the easier it will be to convince people that you are about this life. It's just facts. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If you are not in shape, it will be way harder to convince people that you know what the fuck you're talking about. Because why the fuck would you not be in shape if you know how to get people in shape, right? Does this make sense, everybody? So let's get vulnerable for a minute. How many of you guys are currently confident in your body, yes or no? Let's see who actually has the cojones to answer the question. Yes, 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 yes. Don't lie. I'll be able to tell real quick if I go to your social media and every video you post is in a sweater instead of a tank top. I'll be able to tell real quick based off of the way you carry yourself. Chest up, chest down. Chin up, chin down. You guys need to become confident in self by doing the work on self. Paige, nope, I want to be a female Super Saiyan. I fucking love that statement. That's a dope answer. There we go. I love it. There's 6 statements of proof online. 6 ways that you can show proof online. And the 6th one is become a walking example. How many of you guys have your own fitness coach as fitness coaches? I do. If you don't, and you are not in great shape, if you don't, and you expect your clients to follow you on their fitness journey when you are not committed to your fitness journey, you are what? A fucking hypocrite. And the reason why I'm spending a little bit more time on this point right now is because it's incredibly hard for us or any other mentor to help you grow and scale online when you guys don't even believe in your own knowledge due to the fact that you're not taking your own advice. When you're shredded, in shape, confident, super happy, and then you're talking about something that you love, which is fitness, your content comes across way different. It just does. Your confidence on camera, your fluidity when speaking to the camera, your tonality, your energy, they can feel everything through the phone call and through the video that they are watching online. So it's not just about posting the proof of our clients or the proof about our own fitness journey. It's about being the walking proof. And the reason why I break that down is because a lot of you guys might not have any clients yet. And we have strategies for that. 14-day challenge, get free testimonials, ask them for fucking screenshots, ask them about the progress, take screenshots, post it on your social media, all of that stuff. Again, yeah, exactly, Kiana, or Keenan, I'm not fucking your name up 100%, but you said they're buying us, not our programs. 100%. That is your proof. Write it down for me one more time so it's solidified in your brain. Walking billboard, that is what you are. I'm not saying you gotta be dick skid lean, but you gotta be lean. You gotta look good. Alright, you gotta look good. You don't have to. You can probably figure it out, but at the end of the day, if you're like, well, why is fucking them popping off and I'm not, and you guys are providing the exact same information, and that person's shredded walking the walk and you're fucking not, the proof is in the pudding. You guys are competition, right? Philip, you know what that terminology is, okay? Dick Skin Lean, new Instagram handle, Keith. I wouldn't recommend that for your business, but still, if you guys want to do it, you can. All right, if you want to do it, you can. Wouldn't recommend. I'm not going to put my stamp of approval on that, but still. Looks like you guys get the point. But we now know, off of key point 1 and 2, that none of you guys are posting sufficient value or sufficient proof on your page. So can we all agree that it's not a coincidence that a lot of you guys are not at the income level that you want to hit yet? It's right in front of your face. We're not posting sufficient value, we're not posting sufficient proof, but then we wonder why we're not getting the leads that we want. We wonder why we're not making the money that we want. We wonder why we aren't where we want to be yet. Make sense? When we get real with ourselves and we take a 10,000 foot view at our own businesses, we become aware of what we actually need to improve on and what we need to scale. I've given you guys actionable information and examples of all the things that are broken down. Before we move into the last point, I need everybody to say, makes sense if you're still with me and you're not fucking dying with overwhelm right now, because Brian and myself have been talking to you guys for like 2 hours straight, almost 3 hours straight now. Good. The Dick Skin Coach, Brian? That's a funny fucking name, dude. 100%. Good. We're all on the same page. That's what I like to see. Now, last but not least, moving away from your guys' feed, we're going to dive into your stories. All right, we're going to talk about 2 specific ways that you guys can draw in leads. Now, Brian actually broke down the first way. And the reason why I wanted to dissect this one is because I feel like it is the most simplistic way for you guys to draw in leads, period. Right? It's just by doing a straight line, one engagement story to make people see what you want, see what you're asking for, and give them direct feedback on what they need to do in order to get into your DMs and start with your business. So, I'm going to share the image in a second here, but it has to be done a very specific way. So you guys can actually do this either from Sunday to Monday, or I would recommend doing Tuesday to Wednesday. All right, Sunday to Monday or Tuesday to Wednesday. Again, I broke this down in a CLA training on Monday. If you guys have access to that training, I recommend you go watch it. If you watched it the first time and you didn't get everything understood the first time, go watch it again. I broke down the entire posting schedule for your Instagram story and exactly what you should do every single day in order to generate the most eyes, the most money, the most growth. All right? Doing the CTA needs to be done correctly, meaning you need to delete all of your Instagram stories and have nothing up there. Then you need to post exactly what I'm going to show you, all right, and leave it up for 24 hours. Nothing else can go on your feed. Now, you guys can actually do this with multiple different things. A post about pineapple belonging on pizza. You could do a post about your social media. You could do a poll about different things individuals are struggling with. Again, this is all in that training on Monday. The point is, if you guys give one thing for people to engage with, your story views will skyrocket because it shows more in the algorithm. This is the actual slide that you guys are going to create. All right, Brian already shared it from the fitness point of view. All right, I just wanted to show you guys the one that I did, and then I'll explain the dissection behind it. So Chloe did this. She did it from a fitness point of view. Now you guys can actually do this same thing for everything. All right, what month is it right now? June. Is there any holidays in June? Can anybody spit it a holiday? All right, or July. All right, we got fucking what? Canada Day coming up. We got fucking Independence Day coming up, 4th of July. There we go. You guys could literally do a 4th of July giveaway. So you could say, new case study program for July, celebrating 4th of July. And then you could say, I'm looking for 5 women who'd like to blast 15 pounds in the next 30 days. I'm looking for a few specific people. So if you, ... and then put some accreditations here. All right, things that people got to jump through hoops in order to achieve. And then DM me case study and I'll send you the details. All right, Kira, Canada Day post already in the works. Looks like you paid attention to the training and you're implementing it. Good fucking job. That's what I like to see. All right, they don't confuse case study with free trial, guys. Anybody who asks if it's free, it's not. Have a conversation, utilize your DM skills and the things that you've been implementing and just move through the objection and break it down. Now, the last thing is I would put a timer here. All right, this is something that Brian has been implementing on a continual basis. This is something that I've started to implement as well. As I took the screenshot, you guys saw the confetti exploded on my fucking Instagram story. It looks like a fucking Teletubby blew up on my page. The reason why we put a countdown there is because it creates FOMO for individuals not taking action on the thing that they want to achieve. So if you're posting value proof connection, if you understand, all right, conversion and awareness content, and you're a savage, all right, on your social media, and then you're doing everything that Brian and myself have dissected across your story, when you post this up, it's giving all of those people an opportunity to reach out to you. No, I would make it 24 hours, Kira, due to the fact that you're going to leave this story up for 24 hours without adding anything else. Does that make sense, everybody? Thumbs up, thumbs up. Make the timer 24 hours because the story is going to stay up for 24 hours. All right? What if we did this and posted a 5 guys post after 24 hours? You probably wouldn't get any fucking leads, Maximus, because you're spamming Q&A or you're spamming CTAs instead of giving value. You guys need to give more than you ask. Write that down. Give more than I ask. Give more than I ask. Perfect. This is what we're going to post up. That is the first way that I want to teach you guys how to utilize your Instagram story to gain leads, to gain traction, to scale, to get people to put up their hands. All right, I suggest you guys do one of these once a week. And again, change up the language. Do a birthday sale, do Thanksgiving sale, do a Christmas sale, do a case study program, do a 5 guys post, do a fucking 4th of July breakdown, do a fucking Canada Day launch. You could literally change up the language to anything that you want. Anything. Brian literally just said it again. It is that simple. Marketing is the same thing with different words. Everybody write that down. Marketing equals same thing, different words. Marketing equals same thing, different words. Yes, a birthday sale. For my 30th birthday, I'm giving 30% off to the next 30 people. Bam, put that up. There you go. Anything can be utilized as a marketing tactic to get individuals to put up their hands. The trick is very simple. Delete all your Instagram stories. Put this one up. Leave it up for 24 hours with a timer. That's the simple strategy that I'm going to give you guys today. And now I'm going to get into the hard one. All right, now this takes a lot more time and a lot more dedication. But every time I've done this, I've generated, no word of a lie, a minimum of 100 leads in my account, period. Every time I've done this, the feedback that I've gotten has been through the fucking roof. So instead of me dissecting it, right, in a theory way, I'm actually going to show you guys the specific breakdown in the story that got me 100 plus leads. All right, you guys are actually going to be able to see me with hair again. Holy fuck. All right, it's going to be like seeing Santa. All right? No, I'm not screen sharing yet, Paige. I want to make sure everybody understands before I share my screen and overwhelm everybody. So don't worry. All right, don't worry, it's here. Perfect. Thumbs up if you guys can see my screen right now. Perfect. So this is what we're going to do. All right, again, guys, I'm going to show you guys the business side. Just change up the marketing for fitness. If you ask me, Brian, to do it for you, we're not going to. If you complain that we're not doing it for you, you're going to get a virtual slap. Okay? Just take it, the business side, make it fitness. It's very simple. This is the dissection. What we are doing with these stories is we are storytelling while doing CTAs and explaining what we do. This one is a day in the life of an entrepreneur because I am painting my life in a sexy way to make other people want to join me on the journey. You guys can do this as a fitness professional. You can literally say, do you want a day in the life as a all-night fitness coach? Do you want a day in the life as a 30-year-old shredded male? Or whatever you guys want to dissect. Make the language sexy to your niche. All right, the language sexy to your niche. But I did this, after doing this, no word of a lie, we had over 750 votes on this poll. Because I painted it properly. All right, I planned this out. Now you guys might not be doing any travel and more, but I just went into my archives and I stole all this. So this is how the breakdown works. All right, do you want to see a day in the life of an online coach and entrepreneur? And it said yes or no. Now I left this slide up for 24 hours and I let people vote. Everybody who's following me obviously voted for yes because that's who they're following in the first place. Make sense? Thumbs up, thumbs up. Perfect. After 24 hours, the next 3 slides I posted in unison were, do you think my life looks like this? This is back when I used to drink as well. All right. Traveling around, me and Julia going to fucking Greece, having a little bit of fucking champagne, working on my computer, working like this. All right. Or do you think my life looks like this? Again, I left it all up like this. Dissected it. After 24 hours, I posted the first video, then the second video, and then this poll. What option do you think best describes my everyday life? Option 1 or 2. And then I let this sit for 3 hours. And I didn't post anything else. And the votes exploded. Because the first initial poll that was left up for 24 hours with nothing else on my Instagram story spiked engagement like fucking crazy. After 24 hours, I fulfilled on the promise of giving them a breakdown on my life, a quote-unquote day in the life of an entrepreneur. Does my life look like this or does it look like this? And I made them be able to vote again. Because giving people something to vote on, engage with, will tell Instagram, quote-unquote, the algorithm, even though I fucking hate saying that, that your page is something that people want to see right now. Are you guys still following me? Yes or yes in the chat? Good. After this was up for around 3 hours, I then went on with my storytelling process. All right, this is the video that I posted.
Well, truth be told, my reality is a mix of both. Right? I'm always on the move and I'm always working. I actually joke around that I quit my 9 to 5 so I could work 24 hours a day, but I wouldn't trade it for the world because it allows me to do 3 things.
All right, talking head. Then I went in with screenshots showing my life. The first thing was impacting more lives. The second thing was making more money. I showed a screenshot of us making 4.3 million right back in 2022. And the third thing was traveling the world, and I showed a photo of my wife and myself because I knew it was going to be appealing to my niche itself. All right. I then also shared a proof post. Now, some of you guys might be like, well, why the fuck did you share that? Because I'm showing my entire life. I am making it appealing to my followers, which is online entrepreneurs and online fitness coaches. And then I'm hitting them with an instant proof post to show them that if you followed in my footsteps and you were doing what I did, you might be able to see the same results as us. Do I save everything in Dropbox, Nick? Yes, my Dropbox on a yearly basis costs like what, $3,000, Daniel?
$4,000.
It's fucking disgusting, $4,000 or some shit. We've got like 30 terabytes of footage, that's besides the point. After I posted this proof post, I waited another 2.5 hours. Then I posted this up, which was another proof post. This is actually when Tyler Mackey bought his car.
You motherfuckers changed my fucking life, man.
He showed this shitbox he used to drive. Then he showed the BMW that he bought. And then the last thing was this. What do you think? Would you like to live a life similar to mine and my clients in 2022? Fuck yes or teach me how. This story series, guys, got me over 100 organic leads. Automatically. Not people that were like passively voting on a poll. Not people that were fucking around. 100 people that were like, I want to live that life. I love what you just showed me. I want to follow in your footsteps. What do I do? And that is because I looked at my life from a 10,000 foot view. I was like, okay, what is appealing and what's not appealing? How can I tell a story with what I am doing every day, and how can I make people follow in my footsteps? And I made that story breakdown. Exactly, Lexi. Creative storytelling with a testimonial CLA on my Instagram story. All right, on my Instagram story. Now, there's another way that we can do this. There's another way we do this. And Taylor, the reason why we got to get you following this and dissecting it is so we can get you out of that fucking gym, so you don't have to do another client in 5 minutes in person, so you can focus on this online class. I see you smiling, dog. All right, let's get you focused on it online. You better be coming to the fucking event. The next thing I want to show you guys is a storytelling introduction post. All right, a storytelling introduction post, because some of you guys might be like, Cole, I don't understand how to break that down. Okay, it's really hard for me to like explain that and dissect it. So like, how do I make it a little bit more simple for me? Okay, well, let's change it up. Okay, let's change it up. Mel, no, you shouldn't delete your question box. You should do this later. All right, focus on one strategy at a time, guys. Don't get fucking shiny object syndrome. Second share, we're gonna be diving into an introduction post. Again, you guys will see a very similar structure for all of these. I posted this up. You want to win $100 cash, no strings attached? Yes, no, I hate money. Every fucking person that hits the story is gonna hit yes, 100%. The only people who ever say no is like Daniel or Brian or some of them. Everybody's just fucking around. It's usually your friends shit talking you, saying dumb things. All right? Then you leave this up for 24 hours with no other stories added. Then I said I would introduce myself to my followers. You guys could say anything. I haven't talked to you guys in a while. I haven't introduced myself in a while. I feel like I've never introduced myself to you guys. You guys can come up with any language you want. Marketing, different language. This is what I said. Like Janelle, you should be fucking doing this because you just hit 10,000 followers on Instagram and you're pumping the fuck off. Just saying. Just saying.
I know, super rude. So instead of doing it the boring way, we're gonna play a little game. Answer the questions on the next slides, and the person who answers every single one correctly is gonna win $100 cash at the end of the day. Let's go.
So, very simple. I left up the poll. Do you want to win $100 cash? 24 hours. Then I went into these two videos. Directly after these two videos, I had these question boxes already ready to go. So I was able to produce them all extremely quickly, guys. And it was this one. How old am I? Fucking stud. Look at that young stud with hair. Jesus Christ. All right. What does my business do? Where was I born? What's the name of my gym? What's my most significant business achievement in 2021? Again, these ones are specific ones, guys, that I have tracked over 100 leads generated based off of them. This is why I'm showing you guys the one that was first off by 2022 and then the dissection of 2021. By the way, fun fact, this is actually when we first bought the gym and we were down traveling in the winter. Just saying. After I posted up those questions, I didn't post anything for 5 hours. Now, why do you guys think I leave massive gaps in time before I keep posting? Everybody answer that for me. Cole with more hair and a little bit less tattoos, 100%. Mel, you remember that story post. There we go. Because I'm handsome, always handsome, 100%. You got people that look at my face. Drives views up, exactly, Nick. To hold engagement, 100%. Bump to the front, exactly. I want to give people a chance to answer. I want to give people exactly, Jonathan, suspense. All right, I'm giving individuals the suspense, the time that they need to wait in order to get to the next level. All right? Dan, you copied this? Good. You should probably do it again because I bet you guys haven't done it in 2 fucking years since I did it the first time. All right? You can do a prize valued at $100 page, but no one will ever get it as excited for that as they do for money. Guys, cash talks. If you can give cash, give cash. Don't be like, I'm going to give my program for X amount. Okay, you'll get engagement, but I guarantee you cash is king. People will 100% always implement quicker if you give cash. Period. All right? No matter what. Or that's actually a good fucking point, Nick. Or a Lulu gift card. Or a Lulu gift card because motherfuckers scream for Lulu. I'd implement shit for Lululemon because that's the only fucking clothing I wear. All right? Straight up. After around 5 hours of having those questions up, I then posted these.
Now, my online entrepreneurial journey started as an online fitness coach. I did online fitness coaching for around 3 years, traveling the world and impacting people, helping them with their fitness goals online instead of sitting in a gym.
Again, painting the vision of who I am and what my life is about. Right off the bat, if you're an online entrepreneur and online fitness coach, you're like, what the fuck? I want to do that. The next story. All right. Now, again, one was a video. This one's a picture. After 3 years of being an online fitness coach, I started PT Nomination in the 10K Academy and is now the CLA to help fitness coaches impact more people living the life of their dreams. And it shows the dream life as an entrepreneur, traveling around the world, having money, being able to do what the fuck you want. All right, another photo. And now I have over 1,200 students based all over the world, and 195 of them hit $10,000 a month. We've actually have over 370 people hit $10,000 a month now. Fuck yes. And then last but not least, this one of my goals before the end of 2023. Now again, if you are an avid follower of mine, you would get this right. If you're not, you wouldn't get it right. And that is the fucking point, because I am consistently building relationships with my audience, documenting my journey, speaking to them, doing live streams, creating value, proof, connection, and documentation. The people who are my OGs, guys, I'm not joking. We had fucking like 70 people get every single one of those questions right. And we had thousands of votes. It was honestly ridiculous. I had to get my girl Yolani, who's technically my quote-unquote EA at the time. Now we got Michelle. I guarantee you she's here. I just can't fucking find her or see her. All right? Sorting through all of the answers. And we had so many people to look through. And I just picked one random one. They got it right and gave them $100 cash. And that series that I just showed you guys generated over 100 organic leads for my Instagram story alone. Because I not only got them to vote on me, so they were connected to me, but then I showed my journey as an online entrepreneur and what I was able to create. So it created inspiration, motivation, and a challenge for the people to want to work with me. Does that make sense, everybody? Thumbs up, thumbs up. At that point, if I'm not mistaken, in 2021, I had around 30 to 50,000 Instagram followers. If not a little bit less. I actually could probably document it if I go back, but I'd have to actually look at my IG and break it all down. That all make sense? You guys need to learn how to story tell. Write this down. Stories sell. All right, stories sell. A lot of you guys think just throwing some random bullshit up on your story is what's going to get you fucking money. It's not. All right? It's not at all. It's always a poll. Guys, somebody just asked, Brady, you said, was it a poll or a quiz? I made it a poll. Why? Because I didn't want you to know if you got it right or not until I chose. Because if you voted on the first one and you knew that you got it wrong and you had to get every single one right in order to win $100 cash, you're just going to leave. You're not going to keep voting. But if I make it a poll, you don't know if you got it right or not. Meaning you're now anticipating my answer to you guys on my story later. Make sense? Thumbs up? Perfect. Stories sell, guys. All right? If you actually dive into this shit, it will help you get to the next level. Everything, every single thing that I just went over when it comes down to content creation, value, proof, and learning how to storytell on your stories will guarantee that you make an extra $1,000 to $5,000 in the next 30 days if you implement it correctly. If you pair today's training with the one that I did in the CLA on Monday, it's lights out. If you pair everything with what Brian just spoke about before I just spoke, it's lights out. It's just going to take work for you guys to be able to actually implement it and get to the next level. And I know some of you guys are going to. And then some of you guys are going to complain in 60 days that you never got anywhere, and then we're going to review your social media and you haven't done it. So how many people here are actually going to take fucking massive, relentless action on this shit? Meaning, if I just randomly tuned in your social media in the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 days, I might see some of this shit on your social media. I'm seeing a lot of me's. That makes me very happy. Very happy. Let's see it though. Right? Everybody drop hashtag show me. That's going to be the breakdown at the end of my dissection here. Hashtag show me. Because that's what I want to see. Everything that I just taught you guys needs to be actionable. Alright? I showed you all the examples, the visuals, the dissection, showed you how to do the storytelling, but you got to take action to see the results. You just put proof on your stories, Nick. Do more. It's not just about proof, guys. All right, who are you? What are you about? There's 4 pillars of content creation: value, proof, connection, documentation. All of them need a place. Now, B, do we want to go into a subtle Q&A or do we want to move into the next thing? Because I want to make sure that we keep this value flowing. B's muted right now. The timeline between the Maximus is, I would say, a minimum of 7 to 14 days. I wouldn't do them consistently back to back. Those are like special ones you guys would do on a monthly basis randomly. And again, you can come up with multiple different themes for them.
Yeah, so why don't we do this? So we'll do I've got, you guys get fucking ready, okay? Because we just did a bunch of content and we're literally fucking faces off the sales. I'm super excited. So why don't we take 3 questions, cool, and then we'll move to a 5-minute pee break if anybody needs to pee, and then we'll fucking go in on sales. I've got a lot of really valuable shit to talk about in terms of sales, so I'm excited.
I like that.
Back home in Hopkins, what's up, King? Go ahead.
What's up, my guy?
What up?
So, hey,
Living the dream, bro. How you doing?
I'm alright, man, I'm alright.
What's your question, bro?
I didn't really have a question. I didn't have a question.
Oh, shit.
Oh, we saw your hand up, so I was like, what's going on?
God damn it, I'd like to know that something.
Oh, dude, it's okay. It's your questions, like, I'm fucking out. That's fucking funny. Brady, what's up? That's fucking hilarious. That was the funniest part of the class. He's like, I don't know. He's like, why you fucking call me up? I don't know. What up?
What's up, guys? First of all, that was awesome. Thank you guys so much.
Nice fucking nap.
Thank you. You too. My question is kind of like direct to me, but I would assume there's a lot of people that are in-person trainers or have been in-person trainers. So my question is like on that story thing that you were just breaking down, you said something about like my journey started as an online personal trainer, blah, blah, blah. Do you think it's a good idea or a bad idea to put my coaching journey started coaching people, I don't have to say where or anything, but I think my only thought is that it would open up I could post more results, more proof stuff and then I could say like now I'm an online PT because of X, Y, Z. You know what I'm trying to ask? I don't know. Like I would have definitely followed up with now I don't do that anymore, but I think it would just.
Yeah, I think you're overthinking the process. Talk about your story.
What's that?
I said you're overthinking the process. Just talk about your story. Like, no one's going to be like, oh, okay, awesome. You used to do that. Please train me in person.
Right, okay.
Yeah, no one's going to do that. These are your roots. You got to talk about your roots. That's the entire storytelling journey and dissecting it. And then again, you could even like open it up with, I used to be an in-person coach at this gym. And then I realized that online was my way to go because I was able to do so much more X, Y, Z, blah, blah, blah. Make sense?
Yeah, for sure. Cool.
Mm.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I also just want to jump in, bro. And like, even if you take it, people that are like, oh my god, that's so cool that you used to in-person coach. Like, do you still do that? And you're like, no, but are you working on any fitness goals at the moment? They're like, yeah, I do. Like, cool. Mind if I ask a couple questions to see what you know? Right? Yeah. Just in the conversation. So,
Mhm.
really good.
Thanks.
Got you, bro.
Mr. Maximus, what's up, brother? You go ahead.
You muted again.
Oh, did I?
No, he did.
That's not good. There we go.
All right, so appreciate
Oh,
you guys.
wait, by the way, I saw you fucking got an Aventic. Let's fucking go. See you
Oh,
soon.
fuck yeah, dude. I was looking, I was like, should I get the VIP? I just said, fuck it, and I just clicked that.
Yeah, bro.
Go.
Alright, so my question is, I'm just going to finish up a 14 DC this weekend. I've got 3 more calls this week, 2 more guys I'm going to get on calls with. We're keeping the theme relevant here, talking about proof, aside from like transformation pictures that I'm going to get from them like ahead of day 1, obviously day 14. What are some questions or like things I could text them like on the last, like because I'm doing a Google form, I don't have Typeform, but like on that last check-in on Saturday, what are some good questions that I could ask to collect more social proof that I could like, because I don't have a ton of clients right now and I don't have like a ton of like actual like side-by-side transformations, but like my dudes are killing it, but like just not to that point where I'm just like blasting like visual social proof. So like I'm doing more like screenshots of like share your win from this week and like that kind of shit.
So in the Google form itself, you could ask a question along that line. What's been your favorite part about working with me in the 40-day challenge? So that would be a prompt you could ask me. But that's not where you're gonna get all the value. Where you're gonna get all the value is by sending me a DM. Anybody that got a good positive experience in the coaching program that you know that got a positive experience in the coaching program, how would you follow this DM sequence? So DM number 1 is gonna DM Cole, and this is role play Cole. I'm gonna DM Cole, and it's gonna say, hey Cole, I got a question.
Yeah, of course.
Cool, man. Listen, I was wondering if you wouldn't mind shooting me a quick 30 to 60-second testimonial video. It doesn't have to be long or professional or anything like that. Just answer 3 main questions. Number 1, what was your biggest hesitation during the program? Number 2, what were the specific results that we got together? And number 3, would you recommend me to others through coach? I would really appreciate it, bro. It would mean a lot.
Yeah, 100%.